Good morning, everyone. I hope you're keeping well. Um, we're continuing this series in the Psalms, and we're on Psalm 30 this morning. There's a line in this psalm which you don't. It's one of those lines where you know it's in the Psalms, but you don't always know where it is. And but yet, what it tells us is that essentially this too will pass. There's that line, it says, "Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning." It's just a beautiful line which gives us hope in all kinds of difficult, sad, and serious circumstances. It's a line which has been used in films and TV shows over the years, but it's just a lovely sort of encapsulation of where our hope is. I'm going to read this whole psalm to you and just start to think through, well, what does it mean that weeping tarries for the night, but joy comes in the morning? I will extol you, O Lord, for you have drawn me up and have not let my foes rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried to you for help, and you have healed me. O Lord, you have brought up my soul from Sheol. You restored me to life among those who go down to the pit. Sing praises to the Lord, O you his saints, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment, and his favour is for a lifetime. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning. As for me, I said in my prosperity, I shall never be moved. By your favour, O Lord, you made my mountain stand strong. You hid your face, I was dismayed. To you, O Lord, I cry, and to the Lord I plead for mercy. What profit is there in my death if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it tell of your faithfulness? Hear, O Lord, and be merciful to me. O Lord, be my helper. You have turned for me my mourning into dancing. You have loosed my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, that my glory may sing your praise and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever. This is a psalm of someone who has been through it all. He has been through everything that life can throw at him, even coming close to death itself. And having been through it all, really the question that he's asking himself, and the question that he's asking us as he shares his life experience with us, is, where is your confidence? Where do you place your confidence? When you are nervous, when you're anxious, when you're confused, when you're uncertain, when you feel the guilt of sin, when you're sad, where do you place your trust? Where can you turn? And his answer, time and time and time again, is you can turn to the God of grace. This is the God who saves you from death. This is the God who in Jesus Christ has conquered death for us and made it something to no longer be feared. This is the God whose anger is brief, but whose favour lasts. God's anger at us lasts only so long as it takes to reveal our sin and to deal with sin. His grace, his undeserved favour towards us, lasts not just for this lifetime but forever. We can experience and know his acceptance, his welcome, his generosity, his provision. We can know his grace, which lasts forever. This is the God who brings joy after weeping. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy comes with the morning. It's hard to think of that line without thinking about the cross. The weeping and the anguish and the sorrow of Good Friday gives way to the joy of the morning when Easter Sunday dawns. and when everything changes. It's also hard to think of it without thinking of what it will be like when Christ returns, and we've been thinking about that, or we will be thinking about that on Sunday in church. But the weeping of this age that we live in, with all of the sorrows and all of the sadnesses and all of the difficulties that we experience here, that will tarry for a while, but joy is coming. Joy unspeakable, joy that we could not possibly imagine is on its way. Weeping may tarry for now, but joy comes in the morning. We kid ourselves, and the psalmist admits to being able to kid himself into believing that it's we who are strong when it's God who gives us strength to get through each day as we wait for the morning. Without him, there is dismay. Sometimes our self-confidence needs to be shaken. Sometimes we need to be put back in our place to remind ourselves of where our true confidence lies. COVID-19 has shaken our confidence in all kinds of structures and institutions and things that we took for granted. Has it forced you, or has it directed you back to God, to relying on the one in whom you can have confidence, the one in whom you can depend completely? As you trust in him through this time, as you allow him to strengthen you for the difficult times, then let him turn your mourning into dancing. Let him turn the night of sorrow into the morning of joy, and know that he will do it, because we've seen already how he's done it in Christ. Weeping may tarry for the night, but joy does come with the morning. God bless.